Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mindful Weekend Yoga with the Mindful Healthcare Collective. I am Jessie Mahoney, and most of you that are here are frequent yoga folks, so thank you for joining us again. For those of you who don't know me, I am a pediatrician and a yoga instructor, and I also do mindful coaching. And we do these live yoga movement sessions at least weekly in the Mindful Healthcare Collective. So thanks so much for joining, and we love to have you. Please do whatever you do at your own pace and monitor what feels good and what might feel uncomfortable, and don't do anything that doesn't work for you. Since yoga is very much about listening to your body and doing what feels good and works for you. And today I wanted to talk about love. And this concept of love has come up a lot this week in the midst of things in the world that I am resisting. So I have taken to thinking about this concept of what would love do as I'm faced with things that I want not to be, or I would like to be different, and trying to figure out how I want to move forward and how I want to show up for them. So we will explore that a bit today in the concept of living and in the concept of the practice of yoga, and noticing as you move what love would do, what love for your body would do, what love for others would do. So with that, find a comfortable seat on your mat in a position that feels good to you. Ground your hips into the stability of the earth beneath us. Grow your spine long and tall out of your pelvis, reaching towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches up, shoulders drop with intention. Allow your hands to rest gently on your thighs. And come to stillness here. Focus on your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Notice how the breath feels as it spreads through your body. The breath itself is a form of love, a form of nourishment, a form of care. Breathe in with intention, sending the oxygen and healing to every nook and cranny of your body. And breathe out with intention, letting go. What would love do? Asking yourself this question is a way to change your experience and guide you when you are struggling. It is a way to think about your path forward for every frustration and struggle, whether it's the smoke, climate change, politics, differences of opinions with those you love, things that you wish just weren't so. Can you use love as a guiding light toward the impact that you want to have on the world in every interaction? When the world is not as you might want it to be, COVID, wildfires, social injustice, global warming, or when you wish something was different or better, what would love do? Love inspires, love motivates, love connects, love is calm, love is kind, love is thoughtful, love is spacious, love does not blame, love does not consume, and love does not acquire. Love leads to solutions. How can you bring this notion of love into your practice this morning? Apply it to yourself as well. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum, elbows out wide. Take in a big, deep breath. Huge out breath. Another deep in breath. And a big out breath. What is your intention for practice this morning? What would love do in this next hour? What would love do to nourish and heal you so you can bring your best self back out to the world, to those you love, to the world and the earth that we love? Let's take in a big deep breath together and we'll say Om together if you wish to join. Breathe in. Om. Slowly bring your hands back to your thighs and let your eyes open gently. Let the light in. Focus loosely on something on the floor ahead of you. With gentle compassion, just notice all the sensations and all the things shifting in your brain with the light popping in. Notice how you feel at this moment, filled with breath and light and love and compassion. On the inhale, raise both arms up above you. Take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Draw it towards the right side. Left hip grounds into the earth. Right hand tugs the left wrist towards the right side. Turn your head towards the left. Take in a huge deep inhale, filling up the left lung, space behind the heart. And a huge exhale. Another deep inhale into that space in the left ribs. And let it out. One more deep breath here. Nourish those bottom lung spaces. And let it out. Inhale, come back to center. Switch the clasp of your hand. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Right hip grounds into the earth below. Tip towards the left side gently. Send the breath into the whole right side body. Turn your head towards the right shoulder. Look over the shoulder. Deep breath in and huge breath out. Send the breath and the love to that spot behind the heart and those nooks and crannies in the lungs. Deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath. Fill the lungs up completely. And huge exhale. Inhale, bring both hands back to center. Exhale, drop your shoulders with your arms still extended above. Inhale, reach long and tall towards the sky. Exhale your arms out towards the side and then reclasp them at the sacrum behind you. Extend your fists towards the earth. Puff your chest out towards the front of your mat. Deep breath in here. Fill the lungs. And let it go. Once again, draw your shoulders back. Send the breath to that space behind the heart. Biggest breath as you can. And slow exhale. With your hands still extending behind you, drop your chin to your chest and allow your head to fall towards the floor gently. Notice the stretch in the neck and only go as far as is comfortable. Inhale, raise the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Tip your head back gently, just a very small movement. And bring your head and neck back to center. With intention, press those hands towards the earth once again. Shoulders draw down and back. And then release the hands and let it go. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. With intention, notice the kinks with love. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. And we'll come to meet on hands and knees. Take out whatever is underneath you. and come to a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Ground your shins into the earth, tops of the feet into the earth. Take a moment to connect fully with the stability beneath you. Center yourself and ground yourself. On the inhale, arch your spine, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, sit bones reach towards the sky into cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, suck your navel up and drop your head into cat. Inhale and move with gentle love and compassion into cow pose. Notice what feels good. Exhale, suck your navel up, drop your head. Do this movement a few more times if it feels good, and adapt in ways that might feel better if you discover them. Explore what feels good for you. Where can you nourish yourself and heal yourself through movement here and the breath? Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more. And we'll meet back in tabletop. Flat back. Walk your hands forward, a handprint. Curl your toes under and gently reach your hips up towards the sky. Come into downward dog. Walk your heels gently out. With compassion, notice any tightness. Send the breath there. Notice what feels good. Inhale, lift both heels up towards the sky. Sit bones reach towards the sky. Press into your hands and press your hips back towards the back of the mat. Allow your head to release completely. Huge in-breath and a lion's breath out. Stick your tongue out, roll your eyes back. Another deep breath in. And huge out breath. Slowly lower both heels towards the earth. And walk your hands back inch by inch towards your feet. Ultimately, land in a forward fold. Widen your feet with compassion. Notice any tightness in the lower back, backs of the legs. Gently bend your knees. Allow your hands to grasp your elbows and the head to fall towards the earth. Completely release the back of your neck. Sway forward into your toes here. Sway back into your heels, towards the left, towards the right, towards the left once again, towards the right. Shift back into the heels. Find your center, your strength, your balance. Lower your hands towards the earth, engage your belly, and slowly, slowly roll up inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last to rise here. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears with intention. Draw them back towards the back of the mat and lower them down towards the earth, palms open in front of the mat. Deep breath in, fill up every nook and cranny of your lungs. And a huge out breath. Another deep inhale here. Send the breath to that spot behind the heart. And a big exhale. Bring your hands to your sacrum once again. Widen your feet gently. Extend your fists towards the earth. Shoulders draw back, chest forward. Slowly hinge forward at the waist towards your toes. Extend your fists towards the sky and allow your head to fall towards the earth gently. You can bend your knees. Allow those fingers to fall towards the front of the mat. Complete release. Notice the stretch in the front of the shoulders. Send the breath there. Send the love there. Bend your left knee, straight your right, and twist towards the right side. What would love do? Move with that spirit. Bend the right, straight the right leg, bend the right, straight the left, and twist towards the left. Love would notice that your brain and mouth are moving at different rates, and laugh. Come back to center. Allow your fingers to fall forward another inch. With compassion, send love to any areas of tightness. Draw your hands back to your sacrum. Allow your fingers to run down the backs of your thighs. Engage your belly, and once again, slowly roll up to stand. Head will be the last to rise. Draw your shoulders towards your ears with intention. Scrunch up those shoulders. Send them towards the back of the mat and lower them towards the earth, palms open towards the front. Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground your feet into the earth below. Send love and compassion downward into the earth. Lift up all 10 toes, lower them down. Draw your kneecaps up gently, tighten your thighs, tuck your pelvis, grow your spine, long and tall. Drop your shoulders, heart light, and head reaches towards the sky. Inhale deeply, and huge exhale. Next, inhale, raise both arms once again up towards the sky. Take your right fingers, grab your left wrist, tip towards the right. Ground the left hip, left heel into the earth. Inhale deeply into the left side body. Breathe in. Tug the wrist towards the right, and exhale, let things go. Pull a little more towards the right. Inhale once again, and exhale. With intention, both hands reach back towards the center. Even your hips out, even the weight in both feet. Switch the clasp of your hands. Left fingers clasp the right wrist. Ground both feet into the earth. Ground the right hip downward and tip towards the left side this time. Breathe into the whole length of the right side body. Huge exhale. Another deep breath filled with love and compassion to make space. And let it out. One more deep breath here. And let it out. Inhale both hands back to center and allow your arms to come out towards the side. Lower them towards your sides, towards the earth. Roll your shoulders back once again 3 times. Nourish all the tightness there. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. And walk towards the front of your mat. We're going to do 2 sun salutations here. Still where I am, no sun, just smoke. So with the hopes that if we send love to the sun, it will break through and heal us all. Inhale, raise your arms out towards the side. Reach those fingertips up towards the sky. Tilt your hands backwards, palms together, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, crown of the head reaches forward. Notice the tightness in the back of the thighs. Stick your buttocks back towards the back of the mat. Exhale, forward fold towards the earth. Ground your palms into the stability of the earth. Step both feet back, plank, top of the push-up. Strong here. Use every muscle, small, tiny fiber in your core to hold yourself even and flat in this plank. Send love and compassion to any part that may be calling out. With intention, tip forward on your tiptoes, bend your elbows, and if you need, bend your knees and uncurl your toes. Draw the elbows in towards you and slowly lower down towards the earth. Forehead comes to rest on the earth. Inhale with your weight out of your hands. Rise up to low cobra. Exhale, lower back towards the earth. Curl the toes, press into your hands. Reach your hips skyward. Come into downward dog. Pause in stillness here. Gaze is a foot or so in front of your feet. Weight is equal in your hands and equal in the balls of your feet. Hips reach skyward. Pause here in complete stillness. Two more nourishing breaths. Rise up onto your tiptoes. Step, hop, or jump towards the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Lengthen your spine. Stick your sit bones back towards the back of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Engage your belly and roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last to rise. Reach your arms out towards the side. Gently arch back, palms together. Meet with hands at heart center. Deep breath in here. Huge out breath. Another in breath and out breath. Breathe in. On the exhale, draw your arms out towards your sides. Reach them up towards the sky. Arch back, palms together. Fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Spine straight, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Palms ground into the earth. Step back for plank. Tip forward onto your tiptoes. Bend your elbows towards your torso and lower down, chaturanga towards the earth. Inhale for low cobra or up dog, whichever you prefer. Curl your toes under, press back to downward dog. And pause in stillness once again. One more deep breath here. Inhale that right heel up towards the sky behind you. Press the heel into the back wall. Use every muscle fiber in the leg to extend long. Weight is equal in both hands. And left leg is straight. Three-legged downward dog. Bend your right knee. Stack the hips. Roll the ankle out of the right foot. Send love and compassion to the front of the right hip. Love is spacious. Create space for love within you so you can send love out to the rest of the world as well. Breathe into that front of the hip. Roll the ankle in both directions. Extend the heel towards the back wall once again. And gently bring your foot between your hands. We're going to come into warrior one here. So widen your stance a little bit, a nice runway between your feet. Inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. On the exhale, bend the front knee. Walk those front toes forward if you need to. Make sure your knee does not extend behind your in front of your ankle. Your back toes are pigeon-toed facing the front left corner of the mat. Arms reach tall towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink down a little lower. Front knee bends. Back heel presses towards the earth. Back leg is as straight as possible. Inhale, reach tall and long. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, reach tall once again. Exhale, sink a little lower. Bring your hands to your sacrum behind you. Extend the fists towards the floor. Take an inhale, draw the shoulders back and down. And exhale. Another deep inhale into that space behind the heart. And huge exhale. Make room for the heart to fill and diastole. Another deep breath here into that space. And a huge exhale. On this inhale and exhale, if you wish, fold forward into humble warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Extend your fists towards the sky. Torso comes towards the inside of the right knee, and allow your head and neck to relax completely. Hands fall towards the front of the mat. Keep breathing here. Notice any resistance. This is the moment where the love is hard to come, when you're facing something that's uncomfortable. Keep breathing, keep loving. What would love do here? If this isn't comfortable for you, feel free to stay upright with your fists reaching towards the earth. Big deep breath in, and another huge out breath. Last breath here. Bring your hands back towards your sacrum. Slowly rise your torso up once again. Head reaches towards the sky. Extend your fists towards the floor. Draw the shoulders back and down. Deep inhale behind the heart. Huge exhale. Inhale, release your hands. Raise them up towards the sky once again. And slowly lower them to either side of your right foot. Come into pyramid pose. You can walk that right foot a little closer towards the center of your mat. Both toes reach towards the front of the mat. Both knees are straight. Inhale for a half lift. Straight your spine, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg into pyramid pose. Send the breath into the back of the right leg. Create space, fill it with love, and let go of the tension. Breathe in deeply, and breathe out the stress and tension. Tuck the right hip back gently and left hip forward. Move with love. What would love do given your legs? Breathe in deeply. And let it go. Bring your left palm towards the floor, grounded into the earth. Reach the right hand towards the sky and twist to the right for revolve triangle. Once again, a challenging position. What would love do for you? Deep breath into that space behind the heart. Notice the space that's created with this twist. If it doesn't work, you can wrap your right hand around to your left hip crease to roll the chest open, or stay in pyramid pose. Roll the heart open, send the breath behind you. 2 more deep breaths here. Notice any resistance. What would love do? Reach the right hand skyward if you've lowered it to your hip crease. Lower it towards the floor. Step the back foot forward to meet the front foot. Generously bend your knees. Sink your butt back towards the back of the mat. Raise both hands up into chair pose. Engage both thighs. You're sitting in a chair without a chair. Arms reach up towards the sky. Also not an easy pose. What would love do here? Would love bring your hands to heart center? Do you have sore shoulders? Would love straighten your knees and drop your head? 2 more breaths if this works for you. Would love work to strengthen and focus? Deep breath in, big breath out. 1 more deep breath in. On the exhale, lower your head and your hands towards the earth. Stick your sit bones towards the sky. Let it go. Release your head and neck. Left palm grounds into the earth between your feet. Bend your left knee, straight your right leg, twist towards the right, reach the right hand skyward. Draw your right hand into your left hip crease, roll your heart open. Send the breath behind the heart here. 2 more breaths here. As big as you can make them, fill yourself up. Let it go. 1 more deep breath. Let it out. Extend your right hand towards the sky. Slowly lower it towards the earth. Replace the left hand with the right. Ground the right palm into the floor. Even out your feet. Bend your right knee. Straight your left leg. Twist towards the left. Reach the left fingertips skyward. High as you can. Roll your wrist out. And if you can, bring your left hand to your right hip crease and roll that chest open. Look up towards the sky. Breathe into the nooks and crannies that now have space behind your heart. Make room for the heart to fill and the heart to grow. Create space to act from love during these challenging times. 1 more deep breath. And let it out. Reach that left hand towards the sky. Slowly lower it towards the floor. Engage your belly and roll up to stand, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last to rise. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears. With intention, bring them towards the back of the mat. Lower them to the earth. Open your palms towards the front of the mat. Tadasana, mountain pose. Deep breath in. Huge out breath. 1 more deep breath in. Big out breath. Inhale, reach both arms out and up towards the sky. Arch back gently, palms come together. Fold forward towards the earth, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, crown of your head reaches long towards the front of the mat, legs straight. Exhale, forward fold. Ground your hands into the earth, step back for plank once again. Pause, top of the push-up. Engage your belly. Ground all 10 fingers and all 10 knuckles into the earth. Tip your heels towards the right. Weight goes into the right hand. Reach your left fingertips towards the sky. Come into side plank here. Once again, what would love do here? Forgiveness for anything that's not working. If you need to bend your right knee and kickstand your right foot, feel free. Use the breath to nourish you here. 1 more deep breath. Bring your left hand back towards the earth. Heels come back to center. Plank, top of the push-up. Even yourself out. Drop your heels towards the left this time. Weight comes into the left hand. Right fingertips reach towards the sky. Side plank on this side. Notice the work in all of the side body. Notice your strength and your balance in the face of uncertainty, the wiggles, the wobbles. Send the love everywhere to everything that's working so hard. Compassion for what's not working. Bring your right hand back towards the earth. Come back to plank, even your heels out. Press into your hands. Shoot your hips back, downward dog. Walk the dog here. And come to stillness in a position that feels good. Deep breath in and huge breath out. Another deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale your left heel, reach towards the back of the mat. Extend using every tiny muscle fiber. Heel presses into the wall behind you. Weight into both hands, weight into the ball of the right foot, right leg straight. Full extension here. Bend the left knee, stack the hips. Open the front of the right hip, left hip. Roll your ankle out in both directions. Send the breath to the front of the left hip. Then compassion, nourishment. Loosen any tightness here. Extend your heel towards the back wall. And gently on the exhale, bring your foot between your hands. Come into warrior one on this side. Widen your stance. Left toes face towards the front. Walk those toes forward a little bit. Back toes face the right front corner of the mat. Engage your belly. Inhale. Both arms reach skyward. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Sink into your hips. Inhale. Reach long and tall towards the sky. Exhale. Press your back heel into the floor. Straight the back leg. Notice the stretch. Inch those left toes forward a tiny bit. Inhale, reach tall and long towards the sky. Exhale, sink a little farther into warrior one. Hips are squared towards the front of the mat. Allow your arms to come out towards the sides. Reclasp them at your sacrum. With intention, extend your elbows, reach your fists towards the earth, shoulders down and back. Huge in-breath. And a huge out-breath. Another inhale here, deep breath. And big out-breath. Inhale into that space behind the heart. Make room for the heart to fill. And let it go. Inhale, and if you wish, come forward into humble warrior, peaceful warrior. Hands reach towards the sky. Head and torso come to the inside of the left knee. Allow your fists to fall over your head and neck towards the front of the mat. Breathe here, despite the challenge. Notice any resistance to the breath. Notice any self-judgment. Send love. What would love do? Breathe deeply and let it go. One more deep breath here. Engage your belly, draw your hands back towards your sacrum. Slowly raise your torso and head up towards the sky. Inhale, extend your fist towards the floor, drop your shoulders back. And exhale, let it go. Another deep inhale here. And let it go. Reach both arms up towards the sky. Reach long and tall. Exhale, drop your hands on either side of your front foot. Step the back foot forward a tiny bit. Face the toes towards the front of the mat. Come into pyramid pose. Both knees are straight. Inhale for a half lift. Spine straight. Crown of your head reaches towards the front of the mat. And exhale, forward fold, release over that front leg. Notice how this feels for you. Send the breath to the back of the left leg. Send the love, send the nourishment to any areas calling out. Gently tap that left hip back a tiny bit, right hip forward. Notice any changes. Ground your right palm into the earth, and we'll twist to the left for a revolve triangle here. Once again, a challenging pose. Notice any resistance. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. Right palm grounds into the earth. Deep breath into that space behind the heart. And let it go. Draw your left hand into your right hip crease to roll the heart open a tiny bit more. Send love, compassion, and nourishment into that space behind the heart. Make room for the heart to grow. One more breath here. Even in the face of challenge. Reach your left fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, lower them towards the earth. Draw your back foot forward to meet the front foot. Allow yourself to come to a forward fold. Head drops completely. Backs of the legs, lower back, release. Deep breath in here. Engage your belly and slowly roll up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Head will be the last to rise. Turn to face the side of your mat here. Step your feet out wide, coming into a wide angle position. Legs are straight. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows draw behind you. Puff your chest out once again. Inhale deeply. On the exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward with a straight back. Allow your hands to release towards the floor. Gently walk the hands forward. Breathe in to your chest here. Feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Deep breath in. Walk your hands back underneath you and even behind you if you can, gently. Palms on the earth, fingertips face backwards, and allow your head and neck to drop and release here. 3 deep breaths. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Bring your hands back to your hips, elbows reach towards the sky. Slowly hinge up with a straight back. Upright once again, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Turn your toes outward. Come into a second position, a plie position. Bend your knees. Knees extend over your toes. Reach your arms up towards the sky in an easy cactus pose. Come into goddess pose here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sink your hips towards the floor. Squat down further. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Notice any shaking in the thighs. Hands, fingertips reach up towards the sky. Inhale once again. Exhale. Raise your right heel. Lower it down. Raise your left heel. Lower it down. If you wish, try and raise both heels to a balanced pose. Lots of shaking in the thighs. Send them love. Lower your heels towards the earth. Straight your knees, straight your arms. Shoot up into star pose. Inhale here deeply. Extend your fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, let your arms come down towards your side. Draw your feet together. Shake everything out. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. And roll them forward 3 times. And we'll come to sit on the mat. Legs extend long in front of you. Take your time in the transition. Move with love and compassion. Toes flex towards your nose. Bend your knees gently. Ground your hips into the earth. Tip your pelvis forward. Shoot your chest forward. Shoulders drop. Take your fingertips behind you. Puff your chest out. Inhale deeply. On the exhale, press your knees towards the earth. Come into Dandasana or staff pose. It's a fully engaged position. Every muscle in your legs is working. Chest puffs out towards the front of the mat. Deep inhale into that space behind the heart. And big exhale. Another deep inhale here. And big exhale. Relax your legs. Relax your hands. Bend your right leg. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Give it a big hug to start. Right up in towards your chest. Rock side to side on those hips. Pick your right foot up and bring it over to the outer edge of your left leg. Left toe still flexed towards your nose. Take your left hand and give that right knee a huge hug in towards you. Engage your belly and twist towards the right side. Hug that leg in towards you. Lower your fingertips behind you on the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine towards the sky. Exhale, twist and release. Inhale, reach tall and long. Exhale, twist. One more deep breath in and let it out. Twist your torso back to center. Release the right knee. Release the right hand. Gently pick up that right foot and right knee. Extend it long alongside the left leg. Even your hips out. Ground them into the earth once again. Tip your pelvis forward. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky, back in the center. Exhale, lower forward into an easy forward fold over those toes. Hands can touch your toes, your shins, your knees. What would love do? Pick that location. Allow your head and neck to relax completely. Deep breath into the back body, the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale deeply and let it go. One more deep inhale here and let it out. Walk your hands up your shins slowly to your knees, to your thighs. Allow your chest and torso to straighten up towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches tall and long. Bend your left knee, hug it in towards you. Huge hug and squeeze in towards you. Both hands. Pick up the left foot, draw it to the outer side, outer edge of the right leg. Right toes extend, flex towards your nose. Inhale, tip your pelvis forward, reach your spine long and tall, crown of the head reaches upwards. Take your right hand, grab your left knee, give it a huge hug in towards you and twist towards the left side. Inhale deeply, reach your torso long and tall. Exhale, left fingertips tent behind you and twist towards the left. Inhale, reach tall and long towards the sky. Exhale, bring it out. Inhale, fill yourself with love. And exhale, let the stress and tension and resistance go. One more breath here. And let it out. Twist your torso back to center. Release the knee. Take your left hand, gently wrap it around that left knee. Bring your right hand behind you. An easy counter twist towards the right. Let everything go with gentle kindness and twist back to center. Let go of that left knee. Extend your left foot alongside the right. Tilt your pelvis forward. Spine grows long and tall. Reach both hands out parallel with your legs. Fingers reach towards your toes. Spine reaches long and tall. Shoulders drop. With intention, engage every muscle in your belly and roll your spine towards the earth, inch by inch by inch, one vertebrae at a time, actively using every tiny muscle fiber in your core. Use your strength, use your power here. Allow your head to fall towards the earth. Fingers reach up towards the sky to start. On the exhale, extend them long above you, long and tall. Inhale, reach long with your fingertips, reach long in front of you with your toes. Exhale, let it go. Another deep inhale here. Reach long in both directions, fill up every inch of you. And huge exhale. Take your right thumb and index finger, grab your left wrist, tip towards the right side. Walk your feet towards the right side also. If you wish, bring your left foot on top of the right ankle, coming into a banana pose or a half moon pose. Notice the huge stretch in all the nooks and crannies of the left side body. Breathe deeply into it. And on the exhale, tug your wrist a little farther towards the right. One more deep breath here. And let it out. Uncross your legs, walk your hands and your feet back to center. And then walk your feet and your hands both towards the left side, coming into a banana shape on this side. Right foot can cross the left ankle, Inhale, reach long, stretch in both directions, tug towards the left side. Breathe into the whole right side body here. Big deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath here. Walk everything back to center. Unclasp your hands, bring your hands towards your sides. Bend your knees, walk your heels towards your buttocks, knees point up towards the sky. Readjust yourself if you're not in the center of your mat. Palms face the earth. Walk those heels as close towards your buttocks as you can. Press into your hands, press into your heels, reach your hips skyward, come into just a gentle, easy bridge pose. Shimmy your shoulders underneath you, allow your chest to open and the heart to fall with gravity towards the earth. Knees energetically connect, hips reach skyward, chest opens. You can clasp your hands underneath your buttocks, you can grab the sides of your mat and tug them towards the front of the mat to open the chest further. 2 gentle deep breaths into that space behind the heart. Make room for it to fill completely. And let it go completely. One more deep, long, full breath here. And let it out. Slowly untuck your shoulders, let go of the mat, unclasp your hands, and lower your hips towards the earth inch by inch, little by little. Draw your knees into your chest. Give them a huge hug. Raise your forehead towards your knees. Scrunch up into as tight a ball as you can. Use every muscle in your body and let it go. Once again, huge hug. Draw everything together. Forehead tries to touch your knees. Every muscle in your body engaged. And allow your head, neck, and shoulders to fall towards the earth. Release your knees. Allow your feet to fall towards the earth. Draw the soles of your feet together. Knees fall apart towards the floor. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. Soles of the feet are together. Knees fall outward towards the outer edges of the mat. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Adjust anything that needs adjusting. What would love do here? With your left hand, notice your heart underneath. Connect with your heart. Can you send it love? Can you allow it to grow? Notice the rise and fall of your chest and belly with each breath. Use the breath to act from a place of love. Gently bring your hands to your outer thighs and draw your knees together. Extend your legs long in front of you. Allow your hands to fall towards your waist about 6 inches from your sides. Palms open towards the sky. Come into Shavasana, or final resting pose. The pose of complete surrender. The pose of love. Love for yourself. Trust in the earth to hold you. Trust that your body will breathe for you. Let go of conscious control and allow yourself to rest and experience love completely for a few moments. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly, with love, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Notice how everything feels. Reach your arms long above you and extend your toes long in front of you. Take a deep, huge inhale and a huge exhale. Another deep inhale and a huge exhale. Draw your knees into your chest and roll over to one side. Pause for a moment. Thank yourself for taking the time to make time for you this morning. Take a moment to connect with what love might do in your life today. One thing. And when you're ready, press your weight into your hands and slowly come up to a seat. your hips once again into the earth beneath you. Notice its stability and firmness and certainty. Bring your hands to heart center and your elbows out wide. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Notice the connection. Notice the connection between your palms and the connection of your fingertips. Close your eyes for a moment. Keep loving through the virus. Keep loving through the smoke. Keep loving through the silence. Keep loving through the debate. Keep loving through confusion. Keep loving through regret. Keep loving through the madness. Keep loving through the mess. Keep loving through forgiveness. Keep loving through the threats. Keep loving through indifference. Keep loving through distress. Keep loving through the changes. Keep loving through the death. Keep loving until loving is the only thing that's left. May you all have a beautiful day and a beautiful week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me this morning to practice. May you all be well. May you all be safe. May you all be happy. And may you all be loved. Namaste.